Listen to this, right? So a recent study, and I'm talking October from 2020, revealed that people living in the US living with a mental health condition like anxiety or depression is currently at an all-time high. It's like 1 in 5. And that's scary, right? Because that's like one of our family members or one of our friends, or, it could be us walking through it. What we need are tools to help walk with them and journey with them through their mental health challenges. So in this video, I'll be talking about 5 ways to support someone's mental health journey. All right, my name is Eduardo Archer. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I have been working with individuals and families for the last 13 years, and I have seen a number of people walk through their own mental health crises in different ways. And I want to give you some of the main points that's going to really help you navigate. If this is helpful, or if you know somebody that needs this information, I want you to feel free to engage and comment or like, but also just share this video with those people that need it. Okay, so we're talking about these 5 things to be aware of. So 1, we're going to know the warning signs for the worst case scenarios. We got to start with that. All right, 2, we're going to seek help and we're going to seek a community. 3, we're going to honor their past. 4, we're going to support them right now. And 5, we're going to secure their future. All right, so we're going to walk through each of these and I'll break it down, but let's start with knowing the warning signs for the worst case scenario. And the reason why you have to be aware of this is that if things get more intense, they become beyond your intervention. And you're going to need to know what you're going to do. And you got to run through these fire drills, so to say, so that you know what to do to keep everyone safe in that process, right? So what you want to be aware of are the ideations, the thoughts that amount to them wanting to hurt themselves or wanting to hurt someone else. And things that you want to be aware of is, are they saying things like they want to kill themselves? What are they actually saying? Do they have a plan for what that looks like? Are they doing rituals of kind of closing out their life, telling people goodbye, just kind of closing down bank accounts and writing letters? Be aware of all those things, because all those things are indicators that there's something really happening. And pay attention to your gut, right? Because we want to make sure, worst case scenario, you can reach out. And so let's go to the next step, which is going to help us understand how to reach out and how to get help. So number 2, seek help in the community. I'm gonna tell you right now, the danger here is trying to take a role that you're not equipped to take on. And overall, you can create more harm than good. Here's the good news though. In the areas where we lack the resources, we lack the knowledge, we lack the emotional ability, there is always someone who is better suited to take on that role. And if you're able to do that, the work will be easier. You will ensure the best outcome. You will allow yourself to stay healthy. And so one of the things that I want you to add to your community are all of the important hotlines and resources that I've included in the comments, right? So that you can have that access and know where to go and add to your community in the worst case scenarios as well. Okay, number 3, we're gonna honor their past. I'm going to be completely honest with you as a therapist. If there's anything I've learned, is how there is so much value in just having someone to sit in the pain with me, right? I've noticed how impactful it is for me to be able to just sit down and to be without solutions, without a resolution, without facts, without next steps, but just to be there. And I'm going to say this, that when someone goes through a traumatic experience in life, they're not going to remember what you said or what you did. They're going to remember that you were there. Okay, so it's important that we can honor their past by just being with them and being an emotional support. At the same time, I want to advise you to stay away from trying to resolve their past issues, right? That, for many people, is the genesis of their mental health journey. And it's not something for you to resolve as somebody walking with them. It's something that they have to do, and they have to do it with intentionality and with good accountability, which is a therapist, right? So allow a therapist to unravel and unpack the history that is behind some of their struggles today. Cool. Well, let's move on to number 4. Support them right now. So what do you do right now? When you have that next conversation, I want you to have an idea of how you can be effective. And so I'm going to go through do's and don'ts, and that helps us it gives us boundaries so we can feel confident in navigating these conversations. So let's start with the do's. Here are some things that you should do now. 1, take them seriously, right? Don't just discount what they're saying, but like sit down and take them seriously. Another thing is rephrase what they're saying using their words just to help them understand that you understand, or to give them the opportunity to correct what you're understanding, right? Another thing is to listen for feelings, not just for facts. Listen to what's going on emotionally, and that way you can support them emotionally with what they need, as opposed to jumping to trying to solve it. All right. Another thing is to give them your undivided attention. Turn off the phone, turn off the distractions, allow a certain period of time to be just for them. Here's an important one. Warn them early on about the kinds of issues that you will kind of keep secret and the ones that you can't, for their safety. All right. Never enter into agreements for complete secrecy, right? Especially with somebody who's going through mental health challenges. Another thing is, of course, bring support, bring community around them. That's going to create more stability. Here's another one. You can totally disclose and share your own journey of struggle if it's a way to connect with them, not to make sure they can help you or to make you the problem and that you need more attention, okay? So be very careful that it's something that is there for them. All right, that's a lot of things to keep in mind to do. I will write them down in the comments to keep them in mind. Here's some things not to do, okay? Do not patronize or belittle their emotions. Don't punish them for how they feel. Although we can redirect their behaviors, right? We can make sure they're doing the right things, but don't punish them for how they feel, right? I said it earlier, don't make promises to keep secrets in case things turn for the worse. Number 5, we're going to secure their future. I want you to listen to this. Hope anchors us to the process of growth, but healing comes through stable actions over time, changing their environment, right? It's consistent effort over time that creates change. It's not just hope, right? Hope isn't the thing that creates healing. And I want you to keep that in mind. The way that we're going to allow them to heal is by building tomorrow better than we built today, right? And so here, I'm going to give you a list of things to integrate, to bring in, to help tomorrow be better than today. Suggestions that you can bring in, opportunities, ways that you can intervene to help them build on action, right? And not just the expectation that you just need to be better, or you just need to or will one day feel better. Okay, so here's a list. Okay, well, 1, change the relationships that are damaging them. If they're involved in a toxic relationship, help them begin the process of ending that. Okay, create consistent and safe routines, morning routines, making good first decisions in the morning. Offer them some healthy experiences. Model trust in your relationship with them. Help them see like what you have with them is different, and it can help. Changing the things that they consume, what they watch, what they listen to, what they allow themselves to take in. Here's another one. Give them opportunities to contribute towards things that are meaningful to them, right? So it's just, that whole idea of like, let me create something. Every reference point in my life continues to bring me down. Let me create something new and allow that to be a new reference point and source. Those are some ideas on how we can secure their future and build daily to give them more stability. Well, there it is. I mean, five things that you can keep in mind as you're walking through and supporting somebody in their mental health journey. I hope this was helpful. If it was, definitely go ahead and like and comment so you can come back to this when you need it. And feel free to share it, pass it around so that all of us can be even more resourced in supporting the people around us that are walking through their mental health journey. All right, guys, thank you again for being a part of this. I'll talk to you on the next video.